Yellowstone National Park, where the bison roam, the elk graze, and hot springs bubble to the surface.
Wolves were well established in Yellowstone when the park was designated in 1872. They are arguably one of the most controversial forms of wildlife on the planet. And we've been at odds with them, certainly over agriculture and now over hunting, for a long time. They are this cultural enigma to us. We killed them every chance we got. And it's only been in the last 3 or 4 decades that there's been a movement of people to say, maybe they're not so bad.
A century ago, predators were seen as the enemy of progress. In 1926, park rangers shot Yellowstone's last wolf. No one understood the consequences.
My name's Doug Smith. I work for Yellowstone National Park as Wolf Project Leader. So I manage and study wolves in Yellowstone National Park. My responsibility is the wolf program. Yellowstone was established in 1872 and wolves were here. They were doing well. And so I was hired to come in with an effort to restore wolves to Yellowstone.
In the winter of 1995, 2 horse-drawn sleighs carried 15 gray wolves captured in Canada and released them in the Yellowstone backcountry.
It's hard to overstate how big reintroducing wolves was, but it took 20 years.
It was the beginning of one of the most ambitious restoration projects in history.
The restoration of the wolf after a 70-year absence is truly a phenomenal event. And now, in our 15th year, we see a very robust, healthy wolf population acting in this system much like it would have thousands of years ago.
So, 20 years on, how has the Yellowstone ecosystem responded to the return of the wolves?
The revival of the hunt returned the most primary dynamic to Yellowstone. A predator pursuing its prey.
Wolf restoration has really improved the biodiversity of this region. We think with this top predator back on the landscape, we're seeing an impact across a large scale of food chain levels.
The wolves thrived, but something else very surprising happened. Their return had a spectacular effect on the landscape, an effect that spread wider than anyone thought possible. Wolves have contributed to bringing elk numbers down from 17,000 in 1995 to just 4,000 today. The population is much more robust.
Grizzly bear numbers have increased. Cougar numbers have increased.
The songbirds are returning too. And the bigger trees along the rivers, which means stronger riverbanks and less erosion. Clean water and big trees, beaver paradise. This shows just some of the trickle-down effects of the wolves' reintroduction, known to scientists as a trophic cascade. The trophic cascade doesn't stop there, though. The wolves are even helping us, pumping $30 million into the local economy, money for jobs and livelihoods. Factor in that wolves contribute to the health and diversity of all Yellowstone's wildlife, and its impact is staggering. The wolf's benefits also cascade down to the 106,000 residents of Billings, Montana. Their drinking water, Yellowstone River, is now cleaner. Who would have thought that just bringing back some wolves could produce such far-reaching benefits for nature and for people? From the tips of taller trees down to its cleaner rivers, these wild wolves have rebalanced and restored our nation's very first national park.